Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my flight attendant videos. My name is Marina. I'm a flight attendant. I'm 26 years old. I live in Austria. I work in Germany for a German carrier, and I just decided to film this video because I have seen this type of video, like what I spend in a week as a 20-something-year-old living in whatever. I have seen this trending on YouTube, and I thought it would be really fun because I know that Lindsay, Trolley Dolly here on YouTube, did a video like that. I'll link her video for you guys in case you want to see that. And I thought it might be a little different since I mainly do long haul flights, and I thought it would be really interesting for you guys to see what I spend in a week. So I am currently in Hong Kong. Hello, Hong Kong room. It's really nice here. Nevertheless, let's get right into this video. I'm just going to tell you what I spend every single day for a week, and then you guys can see how much money I actually spend. I do get a per diem for my time being here in Hong Kong. So basically I'm not spending like my salary, but I'm spending my per diem, and I'm usually saving a bunch or a lot of my per diem. And let's see how this trip goes. So today is Saturday. It's the 14th of December, and I got here on Thursday in the evening. So I had yesterday here already, but I wasn't really doing anything yesterday apart from like hanging around the pool. So I decided to start filming today, because today we had a bunch of stuff planned. We were going to the beach, we took the ferry. Actually, we took like 2 different ferries to get there, and we went out for lunch and dinner and stuff. So let's get right into it. I have my notes right here. So let's start. The first thing I paid for was the first ferry that got us to the harbor where the bigger ferry was taking off. So the first ferry was 3.1 Hong Kong dollars. I'm gonna convert everything to euros and US dollars in a bit. Then the second ferry was 13.6 Hong Kong dollars, so it was quite cheap. Altogether, the ferries came to about 2 euros or a little bit over $2, which is not a lot of money, right? So really cheap. Transportation is pretty cheap over here compared to other stuff. Like cost of living and everything is super expensive, I've heard, and also food can be expensive, but where I went, it wasn't that expensive. Then I went to the beach with the girls. We were just sitting there, we were just enjoying our time, talking to each other, getting a bit of a tan. Like you can see, I'm not really tanned. I don't tan well, I don't really get red, I don't really get like tanned. It just doesn't happen for me. I'm white, like really white, like ghostly white all year round. Anyways, then we went for lunch. I spent 150 Hong Kong dollars, including tax and tip. So that's about 15 euros, $16, something like that. A little bit more maybe. And then we just went back. We walked around the island, just strolling around the streets there. And then we went back to Hong Kong. And it was 13.60 Hong Kong dollars for the first ferry that we took back. And then once we were at the big harbor, we took the small ferry that got us to our part of the city, to Kowloon, and that one was 3.1 Hong Kong dollar. And then we went out to dinner. Yeah, a lot of food. Usually on my layovers, I only go out once a day to get some food. I usually grab the second meal either at, let's say, a supermarket, or I'll get a sandwich or something. Usually I only go out to eat once during my layovers. So I spent more money in a day than I would usually spend in a day on a layover yesterday. But anyways, I thought I'd include it because things like these happen, that I go out for like lunch and dinner, because the crew was amazing, and I could have just grabbed some dinner from the supermarket, but they were so nice and I just wanted to spend more time with them, so I decided to go out to eat the second time. For dinner, we actually went to an Indian place. It was really good. I had some buttered chicken, and I had a water, and I also had some rice with the buttered chicken, and it came to 150 Hong Kong dollars as well. So that's the same price that I paid for lunch, basically, including tax and tip. So in total today, I spent 333.4 Hong Kong dollars. That equals, I pre-calculated that for you guys, just saying. That equals to 38.45 euros or $42.75. I think I'm gonna put like the numbers somewhere around here so that you guys can actually see those as well. So I don't feel too bad about spending that money, because as a per diem, I get 48 euros for the day. I still have 10 euros left, basically, and I didn't spend that much yesterday. I'm probably not gonna spend that much tomorrow, so that's good. So spending 38.45 euros a day on a layover is not standard for me. Usually I'm more like in the 20 euro range, so like $22 or something. But today it's fine, guys, it's fine. I did something amazing. I went on a trip, and for that it was a pretty good deal. if you take into account that I went out to eat twice today to like a restaurant, like a nice restaurant. So anyways, that was the balance for today, for day number 1 of my what I spend in a week video. I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow night. Hey guys, today is December 15th, so today is day 2 of my what I spend in a week, and today is my last day here in Hong Kong. I'm returning back home tonight, so it's actually in the afternoon, but I'm not gonna go out again today to do stuff or anything like that, so I decided to film this right now because later I have to go to sleep and then I have to get ready for my return flight back to Munich and then my drive to Austria. Anyways, what I spent today, so for breakfast I still had a protein bar that I brought from home, and then for lunch and dinner I bought sushi, so I just got like 2 big packages of sushi at the supermarket, and I bought a few snacks, and I'm just gonna tell you what I spent. So today I spent 161.4 Hong Kong dollars. That equals to 18.61 euros, and that equals to 20.70 US dollars. So $20 is not too bad for a whole day, right? I mean, I didn't do much. I went to the pool for a little while. I edited some videos. I just filmed another video. I filmed my commuting video, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it up in the right hand corner. And so for the sushi I spent about 100 Hong Kong dollars, which comes to about 11 euros or 12 US dollars. And then I bought some snacks for home. I bought these wasabi peanuts. They were 17 Hong Kong dollars. I bought another pack of those, and then I bought some peas as a snack because they were on sale. They were like 11 Hong Kong dollars, so altogether I feel like 20.70 US dollars or 18.61 euros is not that much that I spent today. And I decided to film this video not like from the start here in Hong Kong, because otherwise you would have just seen what I spend on a layover in a very expensive destination like Hong Kong, which is not what I usually spend. But I wanted you guys to see part of what I spend on a layover and part of what I spend at home. And that's why I decided to film this video now. So that was day 2 of my what I spent in a week, and I spent 20.70 US dollars. I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow after I land. I'm back with my update for December 16th. So I made it back home. As you guys can see, I'm back home in my room in Salzburg. And now you guys are probably all wondering, what did I spend today? So basically, I kind of like had an additional 7 hours because Hong Kong is 7 hours ahead of Salzburg. So I had like this day was not 24 hours, but it was more like 31 hours basically. So what I spent today was, first of all, I needed to fill my car up with gas. I mean, I could have probably waited until next week because I don't have a trip this week anymore, so I'm off for a couple of days now. But I decided to get gas anyways because the gas station is on the way to my home, and also like gas was pretty cheap for Austrian standards. So what I paid, got the receipt right here. What I paid was 24 euros and 74 cents. That equals to 27.57 US dollars. So that's what I paid for gas basically. It was not just for my trip to the airport and back, because I usually fill my car up every single time like right after I arrive back home. But it was also last time I filled my car up at my mom's place, and my mom lives about an hour outside of Salzburg, so it was like more than that. And other than that, I didn't really pay for anything else today because I had breakfast on the plane, so I didn't have to pay for that. Then I had pasta for lunch, so just like homemade pasta, so just like pasta that I already had at home, and I just added some pesto, like basil pesto that I also had at home. If I would take that into account, it will probably come out to like €1 or a little bit over $1, so nothing major, right? And for dinner I had some yogurt with some granola that I also had at home already, and it needed to be eaten because otherwise it would have gone bad. So yeah, that's my December 16th update. So the total money I spent today was 24 euros and 74 cents or 27.57 US dollars. I'll be back tomorrow with another financial update. I'm back with my update for December 17th. So today is December 17th. I did not spend a lot of money today. So for breakfast, I still had some yogurt left that I had in my fridge, so I ate that. For lunch, I actually went shopping. I have my list right here of what I paid. I spent 6 euros and 45 cents on groceries, that equals to 7.19 US dollars. So not a lot, right? What did I buy for that? I got 2 bananas, I got a pack of baby spinach, I got a tomato snack, it's 150 grams. Then I got some lemons, I think it was 4 of them in there. I got an apple and I got feta cheese. So I made a quinoa bowl. I had the quinoa at home, I had the pickled beets at home, and I also had sweet potato at home, but the rest I bought, so that's not a lot of money, right? For dinner, my roommate, like my flatmate, she's amazing. She ordered some sushi and she treated me to sushi, so I didn't really have to pay for that. And my total for today therefore comes to €6.45, or in US dollars, it's $7.19. So it's like, yeah, the cheapest day so far. So today is day 4, right? Yeah, today is day 4 of my what I spend in a week. So there's still 3 more days to go, and I can tell you guys, tomorrow is gonna be a pretty expensive day. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow, but there are some things that I usually don't do, and that's gonna be in tomorrow's update. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm back with my update for December 18th. So I'm guessing that you guys are excited to hear what I spent today, because I mentioned yesterday that I'm probably going to spend way more money today, and I did. I spent a lot of money, but honestly I wasn't blowing money. You'll know why in a second, or maybe you have already noticed why. Just saying. So I've got receipts right here. The first thing I spent was 10 euros on breakfast, including tip and tax, so that wasn't actually that expensive. So I went out to breakfast with a friend of mine, and I decided to get some like toasted bread with some cream cheese spread and salmon on top, like smoked salmon. And I feel like that's an okay price. I didn't get a coffee or anything. I didn't really drink coffee, so that's why I don't spend money on Starbucks coffee or anything like that. But I just decided to go with like tap water instead, which was free. So that was a good choice, right? So the 10 euros equal to $11.12. So that's what I spent in US dollars on breakfast. So then after that, I have another bill right here. Oh no, it's actually this one. So I didn't get a receipt for breakfast, but I got one for this. And the thing is, my friend and I, we actually went out for coffee. I didn't get a coffee, I just got like a hot chocolate. But we went out to a coffee place because we had some spare time before we went to the hairdressers. So I treated her to coffee because she treated me to sushi last night, and I just wanted to like pay it back basically. So I treated her to coffee. And I paid for a large matcha latte with almond milk and a small hot white chocolate. It was basically takeaway, which is why I didn't have to tip. Generally speaking, over here tips are really low because people actually get paid enough to like make a living from their earnings, basically, if they are working in the service industry. And if you tip someone at like a regular restaurant, you'd probably give like, maybe if your total is 40 euros, you'd probably give like 1 or 2 euros, something like that. I'm usually a pretty good tipper because I spend so much time in like the US and other countries where you're expected to tip like 20% or something, so my tips are usually higher than that. But just saying, like at this place I didn't have to tip, so 8 euros and 60 cents equals to $9.56. So like I said, that's what I paid for coffee. And then now I went to the hairdressers, and you guys can probably see like my hair is straight right now. It's usually curly. It used to be straight, so it's kind of weird to see me with straight hair again. But they like, it's just like a blowout. It's not straightened or anything. It's just like a blowout, and my hair probably looks longer than it was yesterday with my curls, but that's just, I had like an inch cut off, but it looks longer because it's straight right now. Anyways, it's really weird to see myself in the viewfinder with my hair like this because I haven't worn it straight in a while. So I just got a cut, like they washed my hair and cut my hair, and then they gave me a blowout. But my hair, that's my natural hair color. I have not dyed my hair in almost 10 years. I don't really want to dye it. Like the upkeep is just bad, and it's gonna damage your hair to some degree. And also like the last haircut I got was a year ago, a little over a year ago, and my hairdresser told me that my hair is very, very healthy. It still needed to be cut, obviously, because it didn't have any shape anymore, but it was very, very healthy because I don't really use heat on my hair. I let it air dry all the time. I probably used the blow dryer like maybe 3 times in the past year, and that's my natural color, like I mentioned, so it's not really much that damages my hair. So I feel like doing this, what I spent in a week, is somewhat off because I don't go to the hairdresser that often. I usually go like once or twice a year. So I will let you guys know what I spent with and without the hairdresser's costs at the end of this video, basically. But what I spent at the hairdresser was, so it says 58 euros right here, but I tipped, so I spent 60 euros at the hairdressers. I know that sounds cheap compared to some other countries. It's expensive compared to others. It just depends, but over here I'd say it's a high-end salon. Like usually people don't pay as much just for a cut, wash, and dry, but I'd rather go to a person that I trust and that I know won't mess up my hair than pay half the price and then maybe not be happy about my hairstyle. So 60 euros in US dollars is 66.70 US dollars. So that's how much I spent in US dollars. So there's one more receipt that I have from today. So for dinner I had a pack of chips, and that was €1.49, and that equals to $1.66 in US dollars. So that's the last receipt that I have for today. And I had pasta for like lunch. It was a pretty late lunch, so I had that at home, and I mean it was just like spaghetti, and I just cooked those and added some basil pesto that I still had at home and that I still needed to finish off. And now let's talk about the total for this day. Like I told you guys, it's a pretty expensive day. It's probably the most expensive day during this whole week, and usually I don't spend that much money, but if you're going to the hairdresser, you're gonna spend more money, obviously. You guys know that. So as a total for today, I spent 80 euros and 9 cents. So 80 euros and 9 cents is my total for December 18th. So my total in US dollars for today is $89. I feel like that's probably gonna be like a huge chunk of what I spent this week. And like I told you guys, it's not my usual spending habit to spend that much money. But anyways, that's what I spent today, and I'll be back with an update tomorrow. We're coming closer to the end of this, you guys. Hey guys, this is my update for December 19th. So I just got back from the concert. It's past midnight. I'm sort of tired. I've been up for a while. I think I got up at like 5:30 or something this morning. Anyways, so what did I spend today? So the concert tickets themselves, well, I went to a concert today. I'm not sure, did I tell you about that yesterday? If I didn't, I went to a concert today. But the concert tickets weren't that expensive and they were paid for already. I paid for them like last month because we had them for a while, and yeah. So that's why they don't go into today's expenses. I have a list. I made a list here because I didn't really get receipts for anything, I think. So I had to mail a present, like a Christmas present, to a friend of mine who lives a couple of hours away by car. So I couldn't just like drop it off there. So I paid €4.20 for that. In US dollars, that's 4.67 US dollars. Not that bad, is it? And then at the concert, my friend and I, we had drinks. She paid for the cab back home. It's the friend that I live with, so she's one of my flatmates, and I paid for our drinks and she paid for the cab. So I paid €7 total, including tip and tax, for the drinks. Like we only had one drink, like I said. And in US dollars, that's 7.79 US dollars. So that's it for today. For breakfast, I had some skyr, like yogurt from Iceland, that I still had in my fridge, and I added a banana that I bought the other day. And then for lunch, I had a quinoa bowl, and I also like bought all of the stuff 2 days ago and like meal prepped it 2 days ago. If you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna link it somewhere here. And I had some pasta for dinner. I didn't really spend any money on food today. So my total for today is €11.20, and in dollars it equals to 12.46 US dollars. So that's my total amount of money that I spent today. It's not that bad, is it, right? Like compared to yesterday. And tomorrow is the last day of my, what what I spent in a week, so I'm excited to see how much I actually spent if I like add everything up. We'll see. I am back with my update for December 20th, and I'm really excited about today because this marks day 7 of my what I spent in a week. So I can tell you guys what I spent this week, like in total. And I have my list here, but now what did I spend today? 0. I didn't spend anything today. Like, I went for a walk and that was basically it. So I didn't spend anything today. I went over to my friend's place because I needed something fixed with my car. It was nothing that cost money. You just had to like fix my antenna basically. For lunch, I had the quinoa bowl that I still had in my fridge that I made like 2 days ago, I think, and that had to go, so I had to eat that. And then for dinner, I had soup that I still had frozen. I made that myself, like pumpkin soup, and some burritos, but I had them at my friend's place, so I didn't pay for them either. So I didn't spend anything today, you guys. So €0, $0. So my total balance for today is 0. Anyway, so what did I spend this week? I have a sheet right here that will show the number. So in total, drum roll please. Okay, that was weird, I'm sorry. Anyways, in total this week in euros, I spent 179.54 euros. And that equals to 199.71 US dollars. There you go, that's my number. I basically spent $200. But now I have to actually mention this. I told you guys that I went to the hair salon and that I had my hair cut and stuff. So I usually don't do this on a regular basis. I do that maybe once a year, maybe twice a year, but I never go to the hairdressers more often than twice a year. So I don't really feel like it's fair to put that number there. I mentioned it anyways, obviously, because I did spend the money, but my usual would look more like 119.54 euros, and that would be 133.01 US dollars. So about 130 US dollars or 120 euros. That's basically what I usually spend in a week. And considering that I fly international and that I can't really take my own food when I go on an international trip and I actually have to eat out or buy stuff at like a supermarket or stuff, I don't feel like that number is too bad. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think about my weekly spending habits. Do you think that I spend a lot of money, that I blow a lot of money? I don't think so, honestly, but let me know in the comments below. And also, like, you have to take into account I do get a per diem for my trip. So basically what I spent this week is less than what my per diem for the trip was, just saying. So I basically live off of my per diem. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you click on the subscribe button down below. Also make sure that you hit that bell icon below as well, because YouTube is not going to notify you whenever I post a video unless you click on that bell icon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.